Alright, we are back in the basement at 16515 East Wesley Ave. When we first looked at this one, it was full of roots and would not let us through. It has been cleaned, and we are now back to take another look. Once again, the cast iron on this one looks pretty good. This is what's under the house. It looks really good, actually. So you guys haven't done anything traumatic to it since you moved in?
No.
So we got that going for you. There's the test plug. Alright, so there's our clay. Most of that white on the top is actually soap suds that have built up. Little remnants of roots there. This, it's hiding mostly behind the roots, but you can see the flat edge here.
Yeah.
That is a little bit of an offset, but don't let anyone in the life of you living here or when you go to sell it try to convince you that that's some kind of major traumatic thing.
Okay.
What happened here is they turned this pipe to the right by about 10 degrees, and it was straight pipe. So when you turn it, you slide it in, and this side butts up first over here, and this side doesn't butt up as clean, and it leaves more of the interior of that fitting exposed than you'd normally see. It's very common because, frankly, when it came to clay, they didn't make 11s and 28s and things like that. So if it wasn't a 22 or a 45, they kind of just made do by bending a little more than normal. These two are exceptional. Usually in a big left-hand turn like this, you see pretty substantial looking offsets. Those two were about as clean as I've seen them do a corner. Touch flat right here, but that's nothing significant. Anytime there's standing water, it's not got perfect slope, but that's a 1/4 inch of water, and that's not a problem. And some of it may even be there because of that little wad.
What is that, toilet paper?
Yeah, looks like it. It's got the right kind of
Yeah, it looks like it.
look to it. A little bit more of a belly out here. I don't know if there's anything else out of... Oh, there's more paper out ahead of us. I'm just going to need to push this all through. Try to get it all going with me here. Is there a downstairs bathroom on the other side? Go ahead and flush the toilet. I'm going to get this out of here and make sure that that was nothing structural. Looks a little like this sewer comes in very flat and even with the city sewer.
And that's a good thing?
It's a thing that there's nothing you can really do to fix it. You got a pretty good root right there at the end, but you see that cross current going across in there? That's the city sewer.
Oh, okay.
And it is pretty rare that you come in flat with it. You're almost always up coming in and dropping into it from a 45 or better and falling into what's essentially a deeper sewer. But you can't really see the tap. There's definitely some roots there, but it's nothing that I can't see damage or anything. I'm going to turn into it and see what it looks like going down. I think the city sewer is kind of a flat, slow-moving critter too, because we're in the city right there. And you see there's just a lot of little waste and nasty hovering in there.
Luckily
That's not yours to repair. And it's a big 8-inch line. It looks like it's holding around 2 inches of water, but that's really... It almost looks like they need to kind of clean theirs. It kind of had the look of some roots right there when we first got in there. But it definitely looks to me like just the whole city sewer is a little bit of a flat sewer too.
Well, our neighbors just this past week, that are at the curve of the cul-de-sac, it looks like they had to have some of their line replaced. They ripped up the whole driveway and stuff.
Well, I don't see any damage in yours. But it is definitely a flat city sewer out there. And that's why right here you've got a belly that's about the same depth, 1.5 to 2 inches at the end of your sewer as you come in there. My camera lens is about 1.25 inches tall.
Oh, okay.
And so as long as it's breaking over the top of the lens like that, it's less than 2 inches or so.
Okay.
You can see under heavy use though how high the watermark gets. The important thing is how much stands in here all the time, and 2 inches is not enough to give us too big of problems. You definitely want to clean it regularly.
Yeah.
And definitely avoid all those things I probably already told you not to put in a sewer.
Yeah.
Because that is just standing there. Very difficult to correct. Because you've got to, in order to correct the belly, you've got to increase the slope either at the beginning or the end. And I didn't see a lot of big drops between the house and there that would allow you to pick up any kind of depth from our side. And the city sewer is so flat, you're not going to pick it up from that side. Most cabs will get out, and then near the end they'll have anywhere from a 1 to 5 foot drop coming down to angle down and get deep enough for the sewer. On this particular city sewer, it's a shallow sewer. I mean, we're only a partial basement, probably what, only 5 feet deep or so, maybe 6. So their sewer is not much more than 7.5 feet deep out there, maybe 8. So it would be kind of hard to correct that down there. So just make sure you're treating it well as far as what you're putting in, and then make sure you're cleaning this fairly regularly.
Yeah, well, the guy said that he comes out, he'll clean it, what did he say, every 6 months or every year?
Every 6 months to a year.
And he said that he only charges like $60, and he'll come in through and clean out everything.
Okay, well that's a freaking bargain.
Well, he originally was only going to charge us $80, but then when he realized he had to go get a longer snake, then he bumped it to $160.
He shouldn't have to. Most of the time the plumbers will have a cable that has 100 foot on it.
Yeah, I guess he always thought he was going to do our smaller ones. And then
Oh, so he had a little, just a little cable.
And then we're like, well, can we do our main one too? So he came back.
Well, most of it he did a really good job of getting clear. The remnants behind there, I mean, for us having been stopped dead in our tracks, the remnants left behind are extremely minor. But your biggest thing is that whole city sewer, and then make sure the roots are there. That little lake should go ahead and function, but I definitely think you should get a water alarm down here. Did we talk about those?
No.
A water alarm, go to Lowe's online and look for a Watchdog water alarm. That's what their brand that they carry is called. It's like $14. Little battery operated box. Put it on the floor by that floor drain. And then if for any reason your sewer starts to back up, it's going to back up there.
Oh, okay.
And then that water alarm will go off and you quit running water.